So now let's represent this question in terms of function and get the interval out of it. So what we do here is we need to find ft. Okay, how are we going to get ft from this graph? Remember, the amplitude between those points is actually 3, between those 2 points 3, and then between those 2 points we have -3, between those 2 points -3, between those 2 points -3. You can see this is where we have -3. Okay, this is where we have we got our 3. Okay, so in terms of since we're working with t, so I'm going just to put t here. So this is what we have, f of t. Okay, what is f of t, how we can represent it? Okay, so what we will do here, we're not gonna take, let's see if we can take all the points when t equal, so I'm going to have like a interval when t equal -3. Okay, so we're going to have, okay, so what will be the point? So we're going to start with this block here. If you see, we have -5 and 3, so that's why I'm gonna put the lowest one is -5 and -3, so that's why I'm gonna put them there. Okay, and then the amplitude is actually -3, so that's what you see there. Let's go for another point. Since we're going to skip straight, so this is another 2 point where we have a change into x and y. Okay, so we're going to represent them as amplitude is 3, as you can see there. Okay, so let's just go with this shape. The starting point is actually -3, and then the ending point is actually -1. That's what you see there. So amplitude, starting point, and ending point. Let's continue with the other point. Now here, if you see -1 and 1, and then we got 3. Okay, and the representation of these two. So actually, if you want to be clear, the starting point is actually, since we're working with t, so this is where we have t. Okay, you can see this is just the same point at t, and this is another ending point at c. So that's what we're going to consider. So, and the amplitude is 3, -3, so it will be -3 here in terms of 3, -1 starting and ending 1. This is how we will represent it. Let's continue. Here we have another 3, so it will be amplitude 3, 1 and 3, so it will be 1 start and then end at 3, and then I think we're going to need more. So lastly, okay, lastly we're going to cover these 2 points, these 2 interval and their amplitude. So it will be -3, 3, and then we will have 5 here. So this is how, in short, how you can go about representing this point that you see here. Okay, and then if you want to know what is the amplitude here, how you can represent the amplitude if you want to find the period. Okay, let's say the period is actually where we start and end before the signal repeats itself. So let's take this one. So this point, I'm just going to do it once, so then you can see that we're going to take this point, we go up, okay, we move in this direction, go down, this is something that we're not repeating ourselves, but when we get to this point, the signal is going to repeat itself. So this is where we're going to take our period if you want to. So our period between those 2 points, that's what we're going to call period. Okay, and for this case, what is the period? We have 3, so period will be equal to the starting point positive, you make it positive, and then the ending point positive. This is the formula that we're going to use. So this is where we have s, and then this is where we have 1. We have the ending point, okay, and then if I have to represent it, it will be starting point, which is -3, plus the ending point, which is 1. And the answer to this, since we have already absolute positive, so it's going to make it positive, so it's going to be 3 plus 1, and the answer to this will be 4. This is our period, the answer to our period. Okay, and absolute, whenever we, even if we add negative here, we're still going to get positive there. So this is what to give you as a formula. Okay, so the period equal to 4, which is equal to 2 cycle. The L means cycle, so it's actually saying that we got 2 cycles here. So this is what you see first and second. And then since the period equal to 4, so we could represent this f of t as f of t plus 4, because the period equal to 4. So this is how you get, we got the answer. So this piece wise. Okay, so this is what we did in order to get to this form.